Well, I don't really know how to start, but I believe I will start with saying thank you. Thank you for having me tonight here. Thank you for giving me this award. Probably tomorrow morning when I'm going to wake up and look in the mirror, I'm going to say, I know at least other 20 Romanians here around that deserves this award before me. But being tonight here, I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to keep it and put it in the row with my other achievements that I might had in my 86 year that I have, 87 in the future. But before that, I would like to talk a little bit about me. Don't worry, it's not going to take an hour. It's going to take only about 55 minutes. I was born in 9th of May, 1900, because there are a lot of people that I say that I was in 1839. I am so old. I will be 87 in a couple of months from now. I was born in Brașov, in the middle of Transylvania, about 10 miles from the Dracula castle. There are people that they say that Dracula was actually my grandfather. I used to play team tennis in the United States between 73 and 75 in Boston. And right away they called me Count Dracula. You look on the internet, that was my name those days, playing team tennis. But coming back, born in 39, that means that I am a war boy. I lived the Second World War. And properly, I leave it next to me, unfortunately. At the beginning, I was a very young one, but after that, being 3, 4, 5 years old, I saw the aeroplanes coming, very interesting. Then the bombs all around us. For a young kid like I was nothing else but something to look at. Unfortunately, when the first time I stepped over and saw the dead people all around and said, at that age, I already say, I don't like war. And even today, I continue saying, I don't like war at all. I'm going to come to the war a little bit later, but I'm going through my life. All my life, I didn't do anything but sports. Since I was in the first grade in school, I was in the soccer team, I was in the handball team, in the rugby team, in the baseball team. In baseball, we didn't play baseball, we could play oina. Almost, probably you learn it from us or we learn it from you, but it's kind of hitting a stick, not hitting the ball. Anyhow, I was in every single team. And my life continued like that. My first connection with America, we always say America. Who was America? America was the dream, something like Mars, Jupiter, something far that doesn't exist, but maybe exists. It's a city called New York, Empire State Building. It's Los Angeles, all the movies. You know Johnny Weissmuller, that was born in Romania, played Tarzan, coming from Los Angeles from there. Chicago, Al Capone. All those things were America. We didn't say United States, we say America. Of course, nothing to do with South America, with Central America, with Mexico or anything, was United States, but the dream for any youngster was America. Excuse me. I started tennis very late. I started tennis when I was 15. Now, tennis you start when you are 3.5, and it's late. But I started ice hockey very, very young. When I was about 16.5, 17, I was co-opted in the Olympic team of Romania. And we are good in ice hockey. In Europe, we are in the top 3, 4, something like that, after Czechs, Czechoslovakia at that time, and after the Russian, of course, and Sweden eventually, and so on. But we were preparing for the Olympic Games in 1960 in the United States, co-volley. And we were preparing 3 times a day, 3 sections of training, where at 2,000 meters in a lake in Romania, in Carpathian Mountains, close to Brașov. But at 2,000, that lake froze about 2 months before it froze down in the city. So between the bears and wolves and 2 meters snow, and every night cleaning that lake, and 3 times a day, then at minus 30 degrees Celsius. And we had that much butter every day that we never ate the butter. We put it on the face, not to crack the face, and so on and so on. We practice like mad dogs. Time passes, and we come to 2-3 days before, with the bags made and everything, to go to the Olympics. Where? In America. United States. 19-year-old in America, United States. Yes, I was traveling already, playing Davis Cup with tennis, but America. Well, unfortunately, that morning, a comrade came, of course, from the Communist Party there, and was charged with sports to tell us that we decided to boycott the Olympic Games. To do what? To boycott. What is boycott? Well, not to play. What do you mean not to play? For 3 years we play day and night. We play for these to go. No. Why? What you talking about? We have to boycott, to be solidar, because the IOC, International Olympic Committee, who, by the way, from time to time, IOC is more political than the US Senate. And coming back to that, they say no, because IOC did not accept East Germany in the Olympics, only West Germany, and we have decided not to play. I didn't decide not to play. I come from Brașov, and I decided to go, and I work, camera. So that was my first connection with not to go to America. I compensate after that, dearly all over. From the time that we had a bad earthquake in the 76, I believe, or something like that. By that time, I was a big tennis player. We played 3 finals of the Davis Cup against the United States, and we were known all around, myself and my other half, Ilie and Nastase, and so on and so on. At that time, the Shriver family was very active in the Olympics, Special Olympics, and so on, and we always helped as much as we could, myself particularly, and Special Olympics. And Ethel Kennedy took an aeroplane and traveled with us in a private aeroplane for a week, playing pro celebrities in each city that we could, with the mayor, with everybody, making funds for the people in Romania, because we had about 15,000 dead people there, to say my connection with America. US Open was played at Forest Hills. Forest Hills, a country club, a normal club in New York. When we could, and we had the money rarely, but from time to time we had the money to have a lunch at Forest Hills. And we had a friend that usually come for lunch there called Donald Trump. And we stay with Mr. Donald Trump, youngster like we were, because we were the same generation, more or less, much, much younger, but still around that. To drink a beer with the gentleman, that we always appreciate his knowledge for the business and how he was talking to us and so on and so on. I have not seen Mr. President, not the first time when he was president and not now, and for years, but somehow he remembers myself and Nastase, because just before the election now, with Mr. Ambassador, he sent me his hat with his signature on it that I still have at home. Let's make America great again, signed Donald Trump. But in the other hand, I'm coming and I say I'm probably the first or the last Romanian who play United States in two different sports, in the World Championships or Olympics. In '64, in Austria, in Innsbruck, we play United States on ice hockey. We lost, but then I quit ice hockey in '64. But my colleagues in '68, they won against the United States at the World Championships. So we were very good on ice hockey. And I played 3 finals of the Davis Cup, unfortunately for me. And good for the United States, they won all of them. Not because of me, because of Nastasia. He is guilty. So coming back, America, the dream, has become not a second home, but a country that I knew for good and for bad. Because even here, respectfully, I say not everything is perfect. Not everything is perfect, but we could learn from A to Z. Saying all those things, as you will know, because one man, again, one man makes from time to time big difference, and looks like your president today can make the difference. And I just hope that he's going to say enough is enough, and he can stop the wars that are today in one night. And he's getting slowly there, and saying from today on, you guys, none of you, get any arms. Go in that room, lock the room, stay 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 months, 5 years. Don't come out, the two of you, until you don't straighten it out, but stop the killing. And coming back to the First World War, I hope that these guys are going to put it in the head, and all those thousands that they are dying every day is going to stop. I'm coming back to myself. I didn't finish with the United States so easy and so fast. In 1990, Gorbachev changed the world. Was enough not to stay in East Germany for 3 days, and the world changed completely. At that time, Romania has become, after Ceausescu era, a free country. What do you mean a free country? It's difficult for you people to understand, really, except the people that they were there before the 1990. One means not to have the right to travel. No, they have the right. This is the border. That's it. You stay there. I say we were all always privileged, particularly myself and Nastasi, because we play for the country. Even now, I remember once that you play for your country, you achieve the most of your life in that sport. But coming back, I don't know how we fall into a group of countries that they were completely separated from the world, and we didn't get the most favored nation clause like the other countries. But the coincidence again, because the world is very small, sports, make Harvard, make Stanford, make whatever it is. If you make sports, and particularly tennis or golf, one of these sports that you travel all over, you meet everybody and so on. And I had the privilege to meet George Mitchell, at that time the chief of the Senate, the US Senate, because one of my friends one day said, Yon, could you do me a favor, for the final of US Open, I think it was 89, 90, 91, something like that. I have a good friend and he would like to see the final, and I said, final is difficult. And so, no. The guy is the chief of the US Senate. So are you sick in the head? The chief of the US Senate, he can have the presidential box at US Open, all of it, all together. No, he's very modest and he doesn't want to. So I had the chance to meet the senator, the chief of the Senate. Then I asked him, George, how can you guys put us next to Libya, next to Iran, to Iraq, to Yugoslavia, Milosevic at that time? Why on? This is politics. I don't see my deputy prime minister here because he's with the politics and he's an unbelievable great guy. And I has my respect and my congratulations and my thanks. Thank you so much once again for Schengen. You did it alone, and I respect that. So saying that, Mitchell said, Jon, we can do it, but we have to do lobbying. Say, Senator, in my country, lobbying is called traffic of influence, and you go to prison. No, Jon, this is not your country. This is United States. Lobbying. I played tennis those 2 years. More than I played 3 Davis Cups with every single senator in United States until finally we get what we deserve, that close. So saying that, I was close to all these things. Saying that, I played 2 sports against the United States as a sportsman. I'm probably, I would say, not the only Romanian, probably there are other ones, but I am one of the Romanian that I shake the hands with 3 different presidents. In 1969, after we played the Davis Cup in Cleveland, we were invited by President Nixon, the first communist delegation, to the White House. And we had the honor to get Nixon balls. New York Times and all the things were full with, can you believe that Nixon is offering these guys the golf balls that he had with the signature Nixon balls? So I met Mr. Nixon. In '85, one of my children, I consider them, all of them, Boris Becker, because I was his manager and from time to time his coach whenever he needed, because he was firing the coaches like firing and the Secretary of State at that time was Mr. Schulz, and he invited him to the White next door here to play tennis and so on. And I was there, and who's coming across? The President, Mr. Reagan, the First Lady, Nancy, and he stopped. Mr. President, of course, being closer to a sportsman is an actor than a politician, to be honest with you. So for me, it was a very big privilege to shake that hand. Saying that, and Mr. Trump, what can I say? I would be 87 soon. I did a foundation. And the foundation is trying mostly to give a little bit back from what I was luckier than other people and I can achieve. Not only in sports and not only in Romania, now even in Africa, we are building tennis courts, we are building judo locations and so on and so forth. We are talking about Nadia Comaneci. We always had exceptions. We are a very, very gifted nation, not only in sports, but in anything that you ever dream. I don't have the list with the inventions here because we stay until tomorrow morning what the Romanians have done. From penicillin, saying with Henri Conde, with the engine, and so on. But what I'm coming to say is that Nadia, on the 19th of July next year, is going to be 50. And we Romanian, and Nadia is living in the United States as well. So it is a contact again with this alliance and Romania and United States. Nadia is going to be 50 since she was the perfect woman. And she was the first. Then she was another Russian or another one in gymnastics, another sports that might be perfect. Number 10. She get the first 10. And my foundation is very honored and happy that we are fighting like hell to finish the Nadia Comaneci Gymnastic Hall by the 19th of July next year, so to give her the keys and probably thousands of little Romanians that she has now in our compound in ice hockey, a little one. And believe it or not, where is a bee and some honey, the bees are coming with crazy. I saw in that thing what Nadia makes the selection, girls with Pampers, 2.5-year-old, sitting on the bar and crying if they take them out. It's beautiful. The foundation, that's what it's doing. We're trying as much we can. We are not, unfortunately, Bill Gates Foundation or Mr. whoever. It's a family foundation. So the foundation, myself, my family, and everybody that is working with me, I thank you for this trophy. I'm going to keep it as close as I can to me and to everything else. Thank you for having me here.
Domnule Ion Tiriac, Mr. Ion Tiriac, you are a legend. Thank you very much.